Welcome back to the current draft. How's it going, everybody?
Going good. Going real good. Going awesome, man.
A lot of fans out there.
Yeah, a lot of fans out there.
We're just going to steal that straight from Pat.
Yeah,
right.
dude. We're going to clap,
Thank you,
man.
Pat.
No, we're
Yeah.
going to call it the Pat McAfee.
That's right.
I think that might get us in more trouble.
No, heck
He'll
no.
understand.
You can't call an applause Pat McAfee and then Matt make us in trouble. I think he'd be flattered, man. We love that guy, man. He does great out there.
Most definitely.
He does
He's one of the
great.
most entertaining
Yeah.
personalities out there right now.
100%. And to keep grinding through hours and hours and hours of sports talk, man, it's not an easy thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's like cutting straight WWE promos every time he gets on the mic, like talking. Like
Yep.
it's really impressive.
Yeah.
Yep.
I saw him do a backflip off the top rope. Man,
Oh, yeah.
That's legit.
Oh, yeah.
He's an athlete for sure. But but anyway, yeah, man, everything's going pretty good my way.
Yeah, same. It's just hot, man. I've been drinking so much water.
Yeah, yeah. Well, AJ, I noticed that you've been drinking a lot more water, like than normal. I haven't seen you drinking at all, like any booze.
No, I'm in the midst of a break right now. Just number one, got crazy hot out, so I felt like anytime I would even drink a seltzer, something light, even like a Mick Ultra, whatever, I was still so dehydrated so quickly. It was like 2 beers, and I still couldn't get my hydration back, and I couldn't get enough water back in to balance it out. The other side of it was, in the throes of taking care of young ones. I've got a 2.5-year-old and a 4-month-old, and there's never a time where it's easier after a couple beers. Like it's, and also just from a physical health perspective, I put on some extra pounds. So I thought, what can I try to not easily, but what can I eliminate to make this better? And that's what kind of pushed me to take the break.
Yeah, I think it's a good call, man. How about your mental acuity? Do you see any differences there?
Feel sharper.
Definitely sharper. Honestly, yeah. Let me speak on this a little bit more. In the evenings, it's really easy to have your couple of beers and call it a day. To say, all right, you know what? Boom, I'm ready to call it. I've worked hard already. But the reality is, I'm a small business owner. A lot of the work that we do comes from projects in which I'm editing, which is not going to be a situation that's an 8 to 5 or a 9 to 5. I've got to dive into that work sometimes at really uncomfortable hours. And it was, again, another one of those things where if I don't drink, I'm that much more motivated to be on it for longer. And then, I can spend that time, and I'm not, when I'm editing in the evenings, like I'm in the living room, I'm spending some time with my kids, my wife, we're having dinner. I can just also be actively making certain edits and certain pieces of progress, which I don't know, has been pretty cool in comparison to, just drinking and then saying, all right, I'm gonna watch a show. Or
Do you think
on
you're
the couch.
done? Do you think you're done with drinking forever, or is that yet to be determined?
I think that completely cutting yourself off to something is just as addictive as over consuming it. I think that when you feel of course there are outliers, or you should never start shooting heroin, but there's a something to, if I decide that my entire existence, that my entire decision-making process has to be based around not doing this one thing, it still has just as much power over you as when you were over-consuming it. So for me, I'm taking a break right now. I don't know how long until. Maybe when I hit a plateau of seeing the benefits. As of right now, I'm enjoying the benefits. I'm only 2 weeks in. And I think I want to turn it into more of a situation where it's a celebration. Maybe I'm out with my wife. Maybe I'm out with some friends I haven't seen in a long time.
Yeah, me too.
It was too easy. It was in my type of work, and you've been there too. A lot of the times you're meeting with different business owners. You're striking up new deals. So it's nothing to go out for a lunch, 1:00, have your meeting and then have a beer or two because it's easy to justify it.
Yeah.
There is an aspect of human connection when you're having a couple of beers. You're getting to know somebody on a different level.
Yeah, when you get through the business part, it allows the human side to kind of come out a little bit. It relaxes you a little bit. I know there are occasions throughout the week where I really do enjoy having a cocktail at the end of the day, and I go visit my neighbor, and it's, people may think I'm a weirdo or whatever, but I'll exercise and then I'll have a cocktail, and that one cocktail just like takes the day and chills it out. Even with exercise, I'm so high strung as it is, it doesn't always like get me to relax. And now obviously overconsumption is not good. I don't sleep well, but I think from what they say, that it's just your metabolism gets all screwed up, especially at night, because your body's trying to metabolize all those sugars, so it's not allowing you to sleep as well. But it goes back to the same thing that everybody always talks about. Moderation is key. And,
Absolutely.
But AJ, do you have anything to substitute that? Like, do you have just in case? Because right now you're on the wagon. Now, is that
how you say? I never know the right way to say it.
Are you on the wagon or off the wagon?
You're on the wagon.
When you're not drinking, you're on the wagon.
Yeah, because when you fell off the wagon,
you were drunk. Gotcha.
Yeah, you were drunk.
Gotcha.
And that was back in the Western days when the guy riding shotgun, he would drink too much and he'd fall off the wagon.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it makes sense.
Yeah.
The more you know.
The old horse and carriage. But yeah, going back to my question, do you drink anything?
No, no alcohol.
Right.
But John, I'm not a psychopath.
Right.
I'm not completely sober.
Oh, okay.
That scares me.
Okay.
The thought of that is very scary to me.
What kind of is your supplement then?
Well, I have a medical marijuana card already, but lately, you can't be out at a bar out of a function and
smoking on the devil's lettuce.
I can't be meeting with a mayor or a representative of a not-for-profit.
Yeah.
And pull out my pen and rip a
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah.
Everybody smells like weed in the middle of the dining hall.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't work. So I have found that I enjoy these. There's a lot of different brands out there, but the Delta 9 seltzers, they really go a long way. They give you that aspect of I'm having a drink, I'm tasting something. It's usually pretty delicious.
Yeah.
It's kind of like seltzer profile in nature, depending on what you get. And then that's been a great in-between.
Cool.
Nice.
Good,
Yeah.
good deal.
At least you got something that kind of, help you along that journey. You're just not cold turkey, white knuckling it through life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that I feel like that would be.
You can put it in a plastic cup with ice too.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's
It's your own little deal.
that's it.
Yeah.
I love it.
I know my thing about like drinking personally. Like I do agree. It just makes me feel like crap. I get sweaty. I don't sleep very well. And the worst for me is I just have to keep running to the bathroom.
Yeah.
It goes right through me. I got to go pee every 5, 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're saying when you are drinking?
When I am drinking, yeah. And it could be
Same.
anything from just like a light beer or an IPA or even like a liquor cocktail. It just
Yeah.
goes right through me.
At 52 years old, man, my bladder control isn't the same anymore.
Do you notice
Yeah.
a difference on nights or evenings that you don't drink, like how your bladder does the next day?
It is better. And like I know I guess this is going to sound weird to the listeners, but like the healthiness of my pee, like the color of it and the
Yeah.
smell of it,
Yeah.
obviously, if I'm just drinking water, it's, I feel hydrated. But if I'm drinking those IPA beers or
Yeah.
on the liquor, it's like, gosh.
I just notice, from a standpoint or perspective of because I used to have that exact same situation all the time.
Yeah.
But my bladder control has actually improved
Yeah.
over the course of 2 weeks now since I
Interesting.
haven't been taking an alcohol.
Well, you're probably onto something because I'll tell you, as I've gotten older, I've realized this one thing that is just super annoying. And I'm curious if you guys as men experience this. You ever go to the bathroom, like wake up in the middle of the night and you're, taking a whiz and you're done. The peeing sensation is done and you do your little shake and you plop back in your underwear and go back to bed. But there's still like 4 or 5 drops of pee that leak out and just wets your underwear. It's not like you peed yourself. You just weren't done peeing.
You got a little dot in your pants.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
I've got
Is that normal?
Yeah. Oh, for sure, it's normal. I got a trick for that though.
Okay.
So when you're done and you think you've shaken it off enough, 9 times out of 10 you haven't. You kind of reach up and behind your balls and like give it the old cup, the old scoop.
Okay.
Like ball scoop. And I think there's some pee stuck inside there.
In the tube?
Maybe where your prostate would be, or it's deeper down in your urethra. So your urethra. And I think boys have urethras.
Yes.
But in any case, you reach up in there and do a little scrub or a little wipe. And then, and the rest of it comes out. It really minimizes the additional pee drip.
That's good. That's good to know.
Yeah.
I might have to try that.
When I'm traveling though, and I want to get somewhere, it's a pretty good trick. And if I'm peeing and I'm on the road, I've got a focused destination. I do not want to pull over. And I originally started doing a pee-pee dance. And pee-pee dance does not work.
No.
All right, shaking your legs around does not work. And so what you end up doing is it's almost like a guitar move. I call it the dong strum. And so you just strum it like a guitar, and just strum it. And what you're doing is you're tricking your mind into going, hey, I am now going from an exercise of having to go to the bathroom to making it more of a sexual move. So what I think happens is the vas deferens closes off to your pee, and it thinks like, hey, it's time to make babies.
Right.
And then all of a sudden the desire to go pee, it'll keep you going for another 15, 20 miles an hour.
Interesting.
Yeah, but 15, 20 miles, you got to do some pretty legitimate strumming though.
Oh yeah.
How many times
Open their plates,
how many times have you come when trying to stop yourself from peeing?
Never. It's never really arousing.
You're gonna have to clean your pants one way or another.
Yeah. It's never really arousing, but it helps a lot. And I tell you, if you're out there and you got to pee and you're on the road, strum it.
Strum it. Mm-hmm. That's right.
You don't have to pull it out or
no, just through the pants.
Yeah, just strum it through the pants.
Man, sometimes, I just took a long road trip with my wife, and what should have taken us 10 hours took us almost 13 hours because I got a tiny tank. Expect if I'm drinking water or drinking coffee, you know what I mean? Like, I got to stop at least once or twice an hour.
Yeah.
And I can't help it. And if I got to pee, I can't focus on driving, what's happening around me. I get anxious and sweaty.
Yeah.
And man, sometimes I just say a little prayer.
Yeah.
If you're by yourself at your own home or in a place where you're comfortable, are you sitting down or standing up to pee in general?
Oh, I stand up to pee.
Oh, I'm a sit downer.
Really?
Big time.
Way healthier for you.
Yeah, I've sat down and I noticed this. My wife would go in the bathroom and be like, why does our bathroom always stink like pee? And I have kids, so immediately it's never me.
Of course.
It's the same situation of why is there diarrhea splattered on the underside of the seat? It couldn't be me. Well, you know what? It is. It can be. And so what I've come to find out is if I sit down and pee, it minimizes the splatter and therefore minimizes how much urine is going on the floor and on the rug and all that stuff. Man, it really makes a difference. And it gives me a chance to sit down, flip my phone out, and watch a few little entertaining things, some shorts or whatever. Check out the daily news feed, and then boom, I'm up and gone, and it really doesn't take that much more time.
No, and it's actually, when I said that healthier, I mean it physically takes less effort to pee sitting down because it positions your prostate to be able to let the pee flow.
I could see that.
Easier. Like a full drainage situation. So you may notice a difference in how much you drip.
Mm-hmm.
That's
dribble,
true.
drabble after a seated pee versus a standing.
Yeah, I've also heard that a lot of guys in prison, that if you're a new cellmate to a guy who's been in there for a long time, he'll be like, you will sit down to pee because I've got to spend the rest of my life in this place and you're going to sit down and pee. I'll be damned if you're going to go ahead and be splashing your pee all over the place because, he probably washes his towels in there. He probably maybe
toothbrushes.
Probably, who knows?
Creates his own
sink,
moonshine.
Yeah. Maybe, yeah.
He doesn't want pee in the moonshine.
No.
You got to get drunk in prison. You can't do that with urine.
So I don't know. I think there's a variety of different reasons why the people in prison want you to sit down, but yeah. So there's something to it.
Man, between you guys, I've learned so much about, like, I've been a man for 34 years, and I just learned a lot about.
Well,
peeing.
the typical male response is, "I stand up to pee."
Yeah, right.
Well, it's not like a macho thing. Like, it's just what I've always done.
Yeah,
That's
but a
how
lot
I've
of
always
people
done
do
it.
look at it as a macho thing.
100%.
Like,
Yeah.
100%. What are you doing sitting down there?
Yeah.
I'm comfortably peeing.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
exactly.
doing.
And-
I might have to give myself a little wipe.
Yep.
But yeah, like I said, man, standing up to pee, it's just, like I said, it's not a macho thing for me. It's just, self-conscious.
matter of convenience too.
Speaking of macho things, hey, you guys ever kind of shifting gears a little bit, but similar, you guys ever get this little voice in the back of your head that just says, man, just quit being a bitch.
Yeah.
Man
Yes.
up. Like, what am I doing right now?
Yeah. I got a bad, it's not a bad one. It was a good one. I get David Goggins stuck in my head.
Yeah.
Especially when I'm out exercising or I'm running, and it was probably about 3-4 months ago. And I was running, we do a perimeter, and each perimeter is 3 miles. And I woke up that morning, I'm like, I'm going to do 3 miles. I'm going to do 2 perimeters, 6 miles. And I got to about my 4th mile, and my knee starts hurting. And then David Goggins jumps in my head. He's like, "You're being a bitch."
Yeah.
Like, literally just let me have it in my own mind. And so anyway, I'm going to run through this, and I'm like, my knee hurts, but I'm going to keep on running through it. You're going to be okay. Just keep running through it. Your mind is stronger than your body, which I do believe, but there's a repercussion to that. And when I did get done with my 6 miles and I got home, man, my knee swelled up real big. And I was like, man, damn David Goggins.
You almost hurt me.
Yeah, David Goggins, he hurt me.
So do you guys have that voice as like it's your preset? Like that's your mode? It's always kind
Don't
of
be a
already
bitch?
there? Yeah.
No.
No, not for me either.
I was going to say,
It's
I'm kind of the opposite. I feel like I wake up and I'm a bitch. And then regular me in the real world has to be like, "Hey, man, it's time to motivate yourself a little bit.
Yeah.
We got shit to do. We
Yeah.
got things to get done."
For me, it's sometimes just like if I'm being like lazy or being in a bad mood or just,
Yeah.
So
just,
it's okay.
just a funk. This little thing, I don't know if it's like the voice of Jesus in the back of my head or something. It's like, man, just quit being a bitch.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't that bad. There are people living in this world who live on the street and have to eat food out of a garbage can.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
the fact that we got born in the United States of America in itself is a blessing.
Very
Yeah.
true.
But it's
when you,
get you.
John, when you're running, is it kind of, what goes through your mind? Are you trying to clear your brain? Are you using it as like kind of a meditating thing? Are you kind of like praying? Like what goes through your brain when you're running that far?
When I'm running, the only thing that's going on in my head is in my earphones. I listen to all old school hip hop, like old school stuff. I mean, from Mobb Deep to People Under the Stairs, a lot of more underground hip hop. East Coast, West Coast, I don't care. I just like the way that the words are assembled. I like the beats. A lot of times the beats are very not monotone, but very repetitive, and it helps my step. But to answer the question is yes, it's very good for my mind, and it's good for it after the fact. And I also know that I'm doing my cardiovascular and my pulmonary system good. I think it's just good for me, period. And I don't know, there's something real cathartic about just getting out there, running, pushing yourself, just going beyond. But towards the end of my run, though, when I am done listening to older school hip hop, what I'll do is I'll save the last half mile for a walk, and that's helped my knees a lot.
Like a cool down.
Yeah, cool down. So if I run 6 miles, I'm going to shut it down at 5.5, and that last half mile I'll walk, and that's when I'll open myself up to prayer. And I'll go through and I'll pray for people. I'll pray for my family. I'll give God the thanks just for allowing Him to be in the position that I am in. And then I leave the last. There's a quarter mile, so a quarter mile I'll pray, and then the last quarter mile I'll leave myself open to silence.
Okay.
And it's kind of funny that you bring this up, because the last time I did this, I was like, Lord, in this silence, like let me like communicate with me, because God's not always loud. Sometimes
He's subtle.
He's extremely subtle. But man, if you're not dialed in, you're not going to hear him. And sometimes he's just not there. And I know he's there, but sometimes he's not there, because I do believe that his timing is perfect. But I'll leave that last little bit for silence. And in that last bit of silence, what came to me very loud and clear was, don't squander away opportunities when you're speaking in public, or don't misuse them. Basically, don't flounder them away. By maybe doing or saying things that he would disapprove of. Believe me, man, I'm not holier than thou. I am the farthest thing from that. But as a Christian man, I know I'm a sinner, but I just don't want to push it over the edge to where I'm doing overtly things that would dissatisfy him. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
And it was very loud and clear when he told me that. And normally I don't get those messages, and it's such a, normally the only way I can put it is it was that soft, subtle voice, but it was loud and clear. Mm-hmm. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Do you get, it sounds like a weird question, like being all Christian men here. Like when you pray, do you guys get like emotional when you guys pray? Because I'll be open and honest with you and our audience. Like most of the times, 9 times out of 10, when I pray, it ends up in tears. Mm-hmm. And not because I'm sad or upset with anything, but I'm leaving myself and my heart and my mind open and vulnerable to kind of, I think I'm reaching out to God and to Jesus for a moment, like what you just described, like kind of show me a sign. Yeah. And man, I have heard them and seen them, and looking back on it, kind of, I've been reflecting on it for a while. Like, man, why do I get so emotional when I pray? And I think it's because I've let myself be vulnerable. Mm-hmm. And most of the time when I pray, it's not to ask for a thing. Mm-hmm. It's to say thank you. Mm-hmm. Thank you for the gifts that you've given me, the beautiful life and the privilege that you've given me. And I think that's a beautiful thing. So I was curious, do you guys get emotional when you go down that road?
Not all the time when I pray. No. Normally when I'm done praying, I don't get overly emotional. There are times though when I'm driving down the road and I do feel like maybe a song will come on the radio. I'll be listening to a Christian radio station and a song will come over, and I'll feel a feeling of not being deserving, you know. And then in that state, then yes, it can bring me to an emotive state.
That's true. That's a good perspective. And like we've all just said in different ways, it's about being a good human. And I know that I feel bad sometimes, like in my own brain, like I'll go to bed and think about it and like just say, I'm sorry I said that, Jesus, when like I'm trying to make a joke. Right. When I'm trying to joke about something and I feel like I've crossed the line a little bit where, I made fun of someone for the way that they talk, something that they can't control. Mm-hmm. And it's not, not trying to be nefarious or malicious to that person, but I know that it doesn't affect me in the moment, but like I'll try to reflect through the day while I'm praying, like, gosh, that wasn't very Jesus-like. And I'm sure that you didn't appreciate that up there listening to that and, seeing your son say that.
See, but I don't know, man. I feel like Jesus, he probably had a pretty good sense of humor.
Yeah, I agree. He was a human being.
Yeah, well, he was. Think about who he surrounded himself with: vagabonds and vagrants. Yeah, not people who necessarily took life super seriously. But yeah, you never know. There's always a line, just kind of like what Gerald had said before. Where is the line of what's okay, what's not, and that's probably what comedians deal a lot with too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yep. So, actually, I was watching. It wasn't a Netflix special. It was I was scrolling. There's a quick clip that came up.
Was it like a short or something?
Yeah. It's the Shane Gillis.
Okay.
And do you know the guy? I think it's Andrew Schultz. He's in Tires with Shane Gillis. He's like the Italian, the WAP.
Yes.
The mustache guy.
Yeah. Shane Gillis is on a podcast with him. Have you guys seen this?
No.
They're he's talking about it's new. Like he's talking about people with Down syndrome.
Really?
Okay,
Let me see if I can find that.
Yeah,
clip for
No,
you.
that's
pull
perfect.
that up, Gerald.
Yeah.
I'd love to see that.
Yeah.
Here we go. All right, here's the clip. Let's see what you're talking about here, AJ.
She has been working out, dude. This is
Let's see it. Hold on.
that's crazy.
Oh my God.
Oh, you look good. Is this for West Point?
That actually is. You guys, and I, you know what?
That's his rival's profile picture.
So he's like going along with it here.
Yeah.
So my guy, okay, nice.
By the way,
That's wow.
these guys are awesome.
Yeah.
They're having fun.
Yeah.
For you guys to sit here and be like,
Wait a minute.
let's bring it up and mock them. That's fucked up, dude. That's a
mocking
dude.
you. We're mocking
By
you. Yeah,
using them as an insult.
This is you back in your victim thing.
No, I'm not being a victim. I'm saying the jokes you're doing is not. It's not like.
It's not PC.
That's not cool.
It's funny when you bring up Down syndrome, you can always tell who's never been around it in their lives. They're doing better than everybody I know. They're the only dudes I know having a good time pretty consistently.
Wow.
So, yeah.
That's tough. That was tough to watch.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he hangs in there for a little bit, and then finally he's like, boom, he hit his threshold, which is good. I like to see that.
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like, Jesus would be like, you know what? Good for you for standing up for yourself and your beliefs, but also for those people, because those guys can't help it. Like, like you said, they're having fun working out and just they're living life how they think how is normal for them.
Yeah, and I liked the part where Andrew Schultz tried to re-justify it. No, we're making fun of you.
Yeah. Go back to your victim thing.
No.
Yeah. I tell you, talking about shorts, I know that we're changing gears a little bit here, but I was watching, I think it was the news the other day, or maybe heck, it may have been a short, but it was Trump, and he was talking about the decrease in cost of drugs, and I think he was talking about pharmaceuticals.
Like as opposed to like cocaine.
Yeah, as opposed to cocaine. Yeah, he's talking about how he's lowered the prices on pharmaceuticals, but I think he uses the word drugs. But
okay.
Anyway, he said that he's lowered them from 1,200 to 1,300 to 1,400 to 1,500%. Wait, and I'm like, wait a minute, you can't do that. It's not mathematically possible. Like you can lower it by 100%, or you can raise it by 1,500%. But like, it's just it mathematically doesn't make any sense. Gerald,
You
is
said
that
it was
out
a
there?
short you saw?
Yeah, I think
All
so.
right, let me see if I can find
is
that
that
for
out
you
there
real
anywhere? Because
fast.
man, I'll tell you what, that's funny. That's funny because I think that, I've got.
Is he like trying to reference it from a point maybe it was in the past? Like
Here it is.
No,
Let's see.
yeah, here, let's listen to it. We can figure it out from there.
Let's see.
But I was just like, wow.
One of the things they're going to be talking about pretty soon are the tremendous drop in drug prices. We've cut drug prices by 1,200, 1,300, 1,400, 1,500%. I don't mean 50%. I mean 14, 1,500%.
50 would have been better, man.
Nations, we want the same price as Europe gets. We want the same price as other country gets. And over the years, 25, 30 years ago, it started where they were charging us much more. And I put an end to it, with a letter that you saw last week.
Well,
Oh my goodness.
Come on, man. Come on.
I don't think that's how math works.
No, it does not work like that.
No.
They would have to be paying us to buy drugs. That would be the only thing that would make sense.
What if they are? What if the tariff that's in place now gives us an increase?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, you'd be paying us to it just doesn't, it mathematically, like I said, you can raise it 1,500% all you want to, but you can only lower it by 100. It just doesn't make mathematical sense. But hey, going back to Shane Gillis and Trump, there's a video out there, and you guys got to see it because it correlates exactly with this right here, with the things that Trump says and this skit that Shane Gillis has is something about some shoes that he found. Like there's some golden shoes that Donald Trump gave him.
I think he sent this, and I didn't watch it, but he sent this in the
Yes,
chat.
I did, and it's hilarious. I got it. I found it already for you. Let's watch this. This is funny.
Gordon for 3. Why am I such a loser? Thought you could use these. Donald J. Trump? Whoa, awesome. I'm open.
And Gordon Dwyer's about to find out that winning
Come on, man. How'd you miss that?
is a state of mind.
I didn't miss. It went in.
So you're saying these Trump shoes made you good at basketball?
No, they gave me the power to say I'm good at basketball, and then double down on that until people actually start to believe it.
Wow, that was the most fantastic lovemaking you've ever had.
Not really. It only lasted
2 hours. That was a 2-hour love session. You had a big O in there, a very big O, but
I did? Oh. Want to go again?
I'd love to, but you're too tired. Going for 3.
That's fantastic. He is a great comedian, and he's got that Trump thing down perfectly.
Yeah.
But those things, man, I just thought they went together real well because he just.
And actually, speaking of basketball, have you guys seen on the news, like just scrolling around, that there's these adult toys being thrown on WNBA basketball?
Yes.
Like what type of? There's a lot of adult toys.
They're throwing like
I think dildos and all kinds of things like that. They keep throwing them at WNBA players. And,
crazy, absolutely crazy. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, apparently these guys were launching a crypto coin and wanted to kind of make hype about it. So they snuck these green dildos into backpacks and brought them into games and were throwing them on the courts. And people were just like, what is going on here? And it's happened like 3 or 4 times. Dude. But yeah, it turns out they're just trying to make hype around their crypto coin.
We should probably put $1,000 green dildo coin right now.
Green dildo coin?
Well, so this is why that's so funny. Green dildo it's a meme from when your token is doing well, right? Like on the chart.
So a green dildo.
It's sideways. Then boom, it blasts up into a huge green dildo.
Now it makes sense.
Yeah. So that's where that comes from.
Wow.
That's hilarious.
It is pretty funny. I mean, it sucks for the women, like the women. Like,
it does.
You know, sucks.
Does it?
But it's funny.
Hold on. Does it? The reason that the WNBA does not get paid what they deserve, and I'm not saying deserve because, in quotes, because I don't think so. It's just because it's a huge topic right now.
Yeah.
Is due to sales. The explanation is lack of ratings.
Yeah.
Lack of not people revenue. Watching it. People not. The more crazy stuff, the more that Caitlin Clark gets beat up by black girls or that she beats them up, the more that people are throwing green dildos onto the court.
So you think this might be good for the WNBA?
It's absolutely fantastic for the WNBA.
Maybe I'll flip it on tonight because I'm looking for green dildos to fly on the.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's what AJ's saying is like they're creating hype and they're getting people like us. Like maybe I want to see that.
Yeah, but
so I'm going to tune in.
Yeah, I think they're trying to capitalize on their crazy coin though. Isn't it like an actual coin that they're trying to bring attention to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It should be on like ESPN Ocho or something.
Yeah. Yeah. It was like 2 a.m. the other day and I was flipping through channels and I saw this adult pillow fighting.
Yes.
Have you guys seen adult pillow fighting yet?
I've seen that it's a thing.
Like they have they have bags and they keep them in one arm and they're essentially trying to box with a pillow. How much Gerald, how much do these things weigh?
Because I was as fascinated about it as you are, John. I looked it up and they weigh 2 pounds.
2 pounds.
And they've got retrofitted handles on it so they can get a good grip.
Okay.
Yes, and actually played it on ESPN Ocho. I've found a little clip for you guys to take a look at because you guys have to see this. It's hilarious.
Somebody told me the world.
That was a hell of a hit too.
Yeah,
that wasn't just like, oh, we're pillow fighting in the bedroom.
No, he took one there. But I wonder if there's ever been a knockout in this. Obviously, I would think it's new. I don't think it's been around a long time. But I can't speak on behalf of fight promoters or Dana White or any of those guys. But I mean, I don't know, man. This is going to be a tough one to push.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be just like a Ocho kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? Let's drink some beers and hit each other with these 2-pound pillows and make some entertainment.
Punching someone on accident.
I just think because you have this long of a pillow and you're swinging it, and you get too close to them, you'll punch them.
I'm sure you got to hold on by the handle that's on the end.
Yeah,
That's the only
there's
place you
definitely
gotta
rules. They're in a ring, but I just as I was kind of nodding off watching people pillow fight, one of the guys, when he won, they held his arm up in the air and he was like, "Dana White, help us, help us." I was like, well, you never know with him. I mean, he could turn something into success if anybody's going to do it.
Oh, yeah. Some entertaining stuff out there, like pillow fights, yes. Wow. And like another cool thing that a lot of fraternities are doing, like the frat bros, is have you guys ever heard of sting pong?
Yeah. We called it back pong back in my day. We would drink a bunch of beer and hit ping pong balls off each other when you lost a point.
Have you ever seen that?
No.
I got a clip for you to take a look at. Let's tell us if you want to play this or not.
Sting pong. Ooh.
Yeah.
Cheek.
Yeah.
So AJ, if we're playing and you score a point on me, like I lose the point, I have to pull up my shirt and you get to free fire blast a ping pong ball into my back. And we all know how fast they go. Like it'll leave a good sized welt.
Yeah, it's a circle.
Yeah.
And it looks like you got ringworm for days. And yeah, it's good. It's a great game, but it's a drinking game.
It's just when you lose or lose a point.
You lose a point.
You lose a point.
Yeah, every
so
point.
You played a 21 in ping pong.
Yeah, you add them up fast.
Oh yeah,
that's a lot.
Yeah,
that would take so long to do too.
No, man, it's not at all. Now you go through a lot of ping pong balls though, because you break them on like bookshelves back there. But yeah, it's a great game. It's a fun drinking game. Actually, you get about 10, 15 beers in you, and it's a hoot.
I was gonna say, it sounds like something that if I was a few beers deep, I'd be much more interested.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I would rather see Sting Pong be some kind of league, like the Sting Pong League. Mm-hmm. That's the SPL. I'd rather see that than the pillow fighting thing. I think Sting Pong would be, because man, you get some of these professional ping pong players that can really smoke the ball and that are accurate.
Oh man,
that to me would be pretty entertaining.
I just don't know if they'd be willing to take it to the back.
Maybe not.
These are esteemed pongers.
You're right.
The videos like that, it just reminded me of when I'm up late, you kind of wake up and you're stuck. You had a pee or whatever, and you scroll, and one of those videos pops up that it wakes you up way too much. Like it's either too funny or too engaging. You guys ever?
Oh, dude, it happened to me the other day, and I can tell. I remember it vividly. I went down a rabbit hole. Did you guys know there are these monkeys in Bali that are trained to steal tourist belongings like purses and hats and phones and stuff, and like take them to their camp or whatever, and they exchange the stolen possession for treats.
No.
And their treat type is based on like what kind of thing they brought back. So like if you bring, if they brought you a wallet full of cash or whatever, they'd get a better treat than just bringing like a hat or a bra or something.
Gotcha. So if they steal your wallet, you better not give them a Cheerio.
Exactly. Yeah. Yes.
So are they going back to like a group of individuals that's rewarding them, or are they bringing the stuff back to the tourist who then has to reward them?
Well, I've seen videos of both because I went down a rabbit hole. Like, yes, they'll be like, kind of dangle it in front of the tourist, like, oh, I'll give this back to you if you give me that banana or whatever. But there's also like a crime ring, quote unquote, if you will, of like people who's trained these monkeys, and like they'll run blocks away and actually turn these into the criminals, I guess, if you will, for treats. Yeah.
Wow.
And they're just proper.
A crazy monkey mafia syndicate.
Exactly, yes. I have a little clip to show you guys of that. It blew my mind. And yes, I was scrolling for way much longer in the middle of the night when I had work the next day. So this is what I found.
That's the problem.
This monkey is so fat because it knows how to steal and negotiate. Let me explain. These long-tailed macaques live in Bali and rule a temple. They have learned to steal hats and sunglasses from tourists. The poor visitors desperately want their stuff back, so they give monkeys food in return for their belongings. But this old dude has learned to steal more valuable stuff like cell phones. The monkey starts negotiating with the poor owner who wants their cell phone back. It doesn't accept just a small banana. The owner must provide something delicious to get their phone back. This monkey is so fat because it knows how to...
Wow.
That's insane, yeah.
I wish macaque had a long tail.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say, I wish macaque was fat like that monkey.
Also good.
Well, guys, we've covered a wide variety of topics today. My gosh, from AJ abstaining from the drinks and feeling better. I can tell you guys and our audience that I've learned way more about peeing as a man today than I have in my 34 years of life.
Yeah.
So thanks for those tips.
Yep, no problem.
Tips to take care of your tip.
That's right.
Yes. All right, boys.
Yeah, that is it. Thank you for listening and watching the current draft. We appreciate it. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe.
Don't do that.
Yeah. Stop doing that.